Welcome to Frank and Upfront. I am your host, Mr. Franklin. A very special welcome to all of you joining me here on my channel. Welcome to my channel, and I invite you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Today's topic is MGTOW men. Women are not your enemies. Narcissists are. MGTOW men, for the most part, have a victim mentality. They blame all women for their relationship failures and their lack of good luck on the dating scene. But that's a very lazy way of thinking. All women can't be your enemies. That's impossible. The universe is a plural universe. It abides by the law of plurality. You know what that means? Whenever there is the majority, there must always be an exception. The law of plurality takes effect in all things. So if that's the case, and we live in a pluralistic universe, how then do you find it possible that all women could be your enemies? Listen to me, gentlemen. You have some very wicked, decadent creatures out there. But that's not all of them. You do have some good women out there. You have some good women out there, you know. Women who want to honor and respect you. But you have to go to a place where those women are the majority. And they are not the majority in a Western society where their decadence is not only tolerated, it is celebrated. And if you try to fight for righteousness, you're the bad guy. You're the crazy one. Something's wrong with you. Most of the West is disgustingly narcissistic, and they allow other narcissists like themselves to flourish. This is no place for a righteous man who wants to build his family with the respect of a woman who honors him as he protects her. MGTOW has its fair share of evils, even though I don't think they're doing it deliberately. MGTOW wants all men to abstain from all women, but that's not possible. The Creator created man and woman to come together and build families and procreate. Sex is good enough. You are asking men, MGTOW, those of you who are deeply entrenched in MGTOW, are asking men to fight their nature, to fight against the very nature that drives them to seek out the best possible, the fittest of the female gender. Have sex with her, plant his seeds in her, and continue the generations of humanity. MGTOW is telling you to fight your nature. You can't fight nature. You know what nature means? Okay, you have nature and you have nurture. In the eternal battle of nature versus nurture, nature will always win. Even if you groom somebody and instill within them to be a certain way, their nature will always take over, as well it should. That's nature. You can't fight nature. Come on now. You cannot fight nature. I reiterate, you cannot fight nature. Abstinence, total abstinence from woman and sex and vagina is not the answer. The answer is to go to a place. If you're a righteous man, no Western society is for you. You will be the odd one out. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Take your money, go somewhere else. This place is not for you. You will always feel like the odd one out. The narcissistic people in this society will always make you feel like you're the odd one out. You will never fit in if you're righteous. This society, as racist as you may think they are, they don't really care about race and skin color like that. That's not what they really care about. They will, you could have some of the most racist people you could find who will tolerate a black man if he's down with their agenda. And they could still be racist, but guess what? He will have more, that black man who is down with their agenda will have more right in this society than a righteous poor white man. That's facts. That's reality. It may seem like racism is a problem, but it's not really racism, it's narcissism. And they always look out for their own. This society is not a place for righteous men seeking to start families, break generational curses, create generational wealth, and build a strong foundation for all of their generations, for all time to come, to be supported and to fall back on. Take your money, apply for a passport, go down to the post office and fill out the DS11. That's D as in David, S as in Sam, the number 11, passport application. Take one passport photo, 2 by 2 inches passport photo. I think the application fee is maybe $135. It takes about 4 to 6 weeks for the Department of State to examine your profile and see if you have any felonies or anything like that. A felony is one surefire way to ban you from getting a passport forever, depending on the nature of the felony. So all these trifling females who want to drag you into a fight with them, stay strong. Don't let her do that. She's playing victim to call the cops on you, to get you in trouble so you could get a case, you could catch a case as they call it nowadays, and lose your passport and traveling opportunities. Think about that. These women are very wicked, nasty creatures. Those of them who are narcissistic. Right? Very wicked, nasty, debaucherous creatures. I don't know what else to call them. Whores. They're whores. And unfortunately, if you stay in the West, they are the majority. and they will sabotage your efforts to date righteously and start a family, and then turn around and laugh at you when they do succeed in sabotaging you. But that's not all of them. Go to a place, a country in the world, where the submissive, humble, normal women are the majority. Some of those countries, many of those countries are in Southeast Asia, like the Philippines, for example, or Thailand, or Singapore, or Malaysia. Some of those countries are in South America. If you're in the States and you don't want to go as far away as Southeast Asia, because, think about it. Why would someone not want to move there permanently to live? It's too many miles, too many hours to fly there, and too many dollars. It's a 20-hour flight from many of the cities in the US. And not all cities in the US have non-stop flights. Some of them you have to transfer at airports like LAX and SFO, for example. West Coast airports, depending on where you're coming from. So if you don't have the time to fly on those 20-hour flights and fly all those thousands of miles, then if you want to stay in the hemisphere, there are some South American countries where the women are submissive. Places like Colombia. Places like, I suppose, I know I said South America. I know my geography. But El Salvador as well. Let me just call it Latin America. All of Latin America. So you have Colombia and you have El Salvador and those places, right? The women are more submissive. They're willing to honor and respect you more than the narcissistic whores of the West. And those of you in the manosphere, you know where I'm going with this. I am talking about SYSBM, Save Yourself Black Men. That is more of a viable solution than what MGTOW is preaching. Do not let these narcissistic Western whores to win. Do not allow them to win by allowing them to be the reason why you try to fight against your very nature that the Creator gave you. The Creator gave you your sexual drive. God created sex. Don't let these narcissistic cretins take it from you. It is your right. Don't let them shame you. Don't let them be the reason why you fight against your very nature as a man. In my next video, I'll try and go in depth on red flags that you're dealing with a narcissistic female, and how sometimes your own thirst could be the reason why you overlook those red flags. That video might be titled something along the lines of the consequences of an over-sexualized society where sex is, at least for men, because women are having more than us, at least for men, sex is scarce, yet the advertisement of sex is over-sexualized and all up in your face. So stay tuned for that video. It's coming soon. Thank you for listening to my channel. Once again, this is Mr. Franklin. Thank you and good night.